A Sri Lankan Tamil asylum seeker story as performed by Australian actors under the guidance of Sinhalese director. When you find something very shocking, something very special, you can't hide it. My language is theatre, so I can't hide something that I really want to express. I mean, I have experienced.
The play it's really kind of two stories. On the one hand, it's the story of a Sri Lankan Tamil asylum seeker's journey to Australia. On the other hand, the play is very much about two white middle-class Australian men on stage grappling with the telling of this story.
Asylum seeker theatre isn't a new thing, but I think this play is a new way of approaching it.
Morrison's instructions included directing staff to replace the phrase asylum seeker with illegal maritime arrival and client with detainee onshore or transferee offshore.
This play deals with issues about asylum seekers, but specifically about who has the right to tell stories about asylum seekers.
It's a very chaotic, unruly piece. So Adam and I, we serve as narrators to the story, but the fun thing for us is that we jump in and out of the narrative, so we perform multiple characters within the story and tell the story of Raja, the Tamil asylum seeker, but within that we constantly comment on and step out of the action, engage with the audience and talk about our grasp or lack of grasp with the subject matter.
Oh no. What are you doing? Now you're back in Scar. Just nice voice for us. Yeah, okay, let me finish my monologue. Look, can you just give me a chance to show them the real Raja, please?
Merrigong have a commitment to creating new Australian work and particularly local stories. The story has a real local resonance with the community, particularly obviously the Sri Lankan community, but also the refugee community around Wollongong. What this work does is really interesting is it portrays us all as immigrants, that we all got off one boat or another at some point.
Why do Australians have so many issues with asylum seeker policy? I think of a lot of it's based around irrationality and fear. And hopefully stories like this and engagement like this will help people to kind of see through that fear.
It confronts people because it taps right into, I think, our apathy and our, and I think that this piece, an issue that this piece talks about is we want to make ourselves feel comfortable, we want to feel like socially conscientious individuals, but we also like to be able to distance ourselves and place it in a box and label it and say, I feel like I'm a good person, I know how I feel about that, but it addresses the lack of action.
It may sound like it's a very serious play, and underneath it, it is a serious play. It has very serious concerns, but the mode in which it's expressed is very light, very humorous, if at times very blackly humorous.
I think audiences will be entertained, I think they'll be informed, but ultimately I think they'll be moved by the plight of Raja, who is the main character in his journey through the work.
They will definitely leave theatre with some kind of shocking, special feeling.
A Sri Lankan Tamil asylum seeker story as
performed by Australian actors under
the guidance of a Sinhalese director.
සිංහල අධ්‍යක්ෂකවරයෙකුගේ යටතේ දෙමළ සරණාගතයෙකුගේ කතාව ඕස්ට්‍රේලියානු නළුවන් රඟ දැක්වූ අයුරු